Mice had a special gene, the agouti gene. And this gene made them fat, floppy, and yellow because of the way the genes work. So the yellow fur became a biomarker, and they were condemned to death. They died early from metabolic syndrome. Basically what we have as Americans and all around the world, if we have the usual heart disease, diabetes, cholesterol issues, blood pressure, etc. He decided one day, he said, you know, I know where that agouti gene is, and I wonder if I could play with the gene and maybe change destiny. Who knows? So what he did was something kind of fun. He fed him greens. Gave him a lot of B vitamins. You know, kind of ground up little kale, and there it was. Gave him folate. That's all he did. He didn't put him on a gerbil wheel, didn't do anything else with him. And he did this to the moms, and then they became pregnant. He thought, well, gosh, this is kind of interesting. Let's see if anything happens to the progeny. All the babies normally came out fat, floppy, and yellow. So they stayed up all night. A bunch of crazy people in the laboratory staring at pregnant mice, but there it was. And what's going to come out of this? Lean, round, and lived forever. And all they did was feed him greens. If you ever want to read the whole story, Google DNA is not destiny. And if you're not using that in your marketing, and if you're not bringing up the issue of epigenetics, you're a fool. Because this is one of the hottest new pieces of science on the planet. This was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, one of our most prestigious journals. And once it did, the NIH fell to its knees. You see, we had the Genome Project where we sit around counting genes. Well, you know, that's so last year, I mean, please. Genes. We already know they're there, we counted them. This is all very nice. What are we supposed to do with all of these? Now we have a thing called the Epigenome Project up here in Bethesda. And now what we're doing is we're finding out that every thought you have, every mouthful you consume, every step you do or do not take will change the gene expression in your own genome. Changes it. So if you can imagine that a gene is here and it just sits there and just says, what do you want me to do? When you choose a ho-ho, you're going to get that. All the proteins around it, the script writers will say, okay, fine. Let's destroy her immune function. Let's set up allergic reactions to the science fair project she just inhaled. And let's just basically, you know, decrease her longevity. That's what it is. Or you can eat an apple, potato, methyl donor. And you can do what happened in the experiment. You clamp down on the expression of negative genes and you augment better genes. Now, is that the coolest thing? And the final piece on this is empowering, because for people who feel helpless, hopeless, and defeated, you're writing your own script. Is that the most powerful thing ever? Epigenetics, ladies and gentlemen. A couple more points. The next thing is change your tribe. Free yourself of the tribal members that you may be surrounded by who are not exactly supporting your healthy lifestyle. And this is important. Many times when people go to a spa, be it day or destination, they're going to be surrounded by different tribal members, people who speak a different language, people who say, yeah, healthy eating, and all the rest of it, back and forth. But this is also taking us to a much higher level. We know science now shows that you're grossly influenced by the people you hang out with. What you eat, what you think, your belief systems, everything. Change up your tribe. When you come to a spa, oftentimes you hear from the circle of elders, the circle of wisdom. And when I was reading the wonderful work by Susie Ellis and the 10 trends for 2013, I thought about that whole issue because coaching per se, for instance, is becoming one of the hottest new trends. And it is all throughout medicine, by the way, and wellness per se. Changing up the tribe, very, very important. People live longer and live better with better social networks to help support them. The spa has always been a safe haven, and I only bring up the Whole Foods campaign to illustrate the point that what the spa looks like in the future may be very different. A grocer is birthing a spa. And you know, they started this pilot a while back with their, I don't know if you've been to one of these seminars, but they educate in cooking and in healthy eating. And they advertise this through their newsletters. And I have many of my patients who have actually gone to these, and they're really quite good. They bring in registered dietitians and back and forth. You can ask lots of questions, and this is great. So is this not a natural next step? A spa-like environment where you have a safe haven for regrouping, rejuvenation, renewal, maybe a little relaxation, and a lot of re-education. Kind of an interesting way to go. And the last piece of this is something that really is very, very important. We're looking at, again, the whole issue of the Magna Carta is liberating. Liberating yourself from what? From a lifestyle you became addicted to? Liberating yourself from the way you think, the voices you listen to, the unhealthy voices, the unwell voices. Are you listening to yourself? Do you even know how to do that? Oftentimes the spa is where you learn how to do that. Really difficult at times to do that when you're wrapped up in all of this. What is it really about then, this whole beyond wellness? It's about becoming a fool. And what do I mean by that? There's a brilliant book, and if you haven't read it, please look it short, okay? It's Mastery by George Murray. This has been around forever. And he says you need to be a fool because what I feel is that you need to learn how to be a master of your own destiny. Wellness is a piece of that. This is so much bigger. It goes well beyond that. When he says a fool, he says, by fool, to be clear, I don't mean a stupid, unthinking person, but one with the spirit of the medieval fool, signifying the fertile void from which all creation springs, the state of emptiness that allows new things to come into being. It's a rebirthing. It's like not being afraid. I was a little fool out there in the marathon. I said, I don't know what's waiting for me. But life's either a daring adventure or nothing at all. I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to finish. By the way, I passed one of those guys at mile 12. He was crazy. I just had to say that. Obsessing gets you nowhere. Just be free. I was like, wow, it's pretty cool. All these crowds and everything. A lot of people going past me. That's cool. Of course, I'm going past some people too. This is all fun. It's just one huge adventure. I was a fool. I was loving every single moment of it. And then he brought up something that I thought was amazing. It was the whole fact that the Magna Carta really is about liberating yourself to be birthed again and again, to go through countless transformations, not to be stuck. Really?